good ball game. The bottom of the first, I believe, we had 2 outs and nobody on base and scored 5 runs, which is remarkable. And you have to go up and deliver consistent at-bats. And to be in that situation, especially after how the top of the first went, it was great to see. Like the tenacity through that inning to put that kind of inning together, especially with 2 outs and nobody on. I thought our defense today was very good. Ranked, really nice running play on a foul ball. I think 3 double plays, if you count the hidden ball trick in there, that's really a double play. Those are big momentum keeping moments in the game. Jaime's play in right field was a really nice running catch. Bases loaded, I believe. Army did a nice job again, 5 innings. I think that's his career best. Chuck said it from day one. He's like, that guy's going to figure it out. And the secondary pitches have gotten better. I think just the pure command of the fastball has been better. The velocity ticks up a little bit, gaining confidence. So it was great. It was great to see him do that. And then, up and down the lineup, you can pick out guys that had nice days at the plate. Diamez, Tibbs had a good day, got the little base hit bump, which is neat. He works on that, and there's a time and a place for it. Cam got the 3-run homer. Titan had some really good at-bats. Colton, the home run and the base hit. Holbrook, a couple good at-bats, including the one that walked it off there at the end. So a well-played game. The defense was good today, and that goes in this type of ball game. It gets a little lost, but it's not lost to me, and that was one of our better ball games defensively. So good, solid win. And Mercer's a good team. They're down their Friday night guy, and we know what it's like to be down one of your dynamic arms, so they're going to be just fine. But good win. Proud of the guys today.
How much of this weekend was kind of just not looking at your own record and just going out and playing good baseball, clean baseball, and good team baseball, and just trying to grab some wins?
Yeah, there's a lot of that right now, Brett. And to get the good starts, that's the momentum lies in the starting pitcher, to be honest. And so when you go out and your starting pitcher's in control and command of the game, it does give you an entrance to the game that feels right. And I think, and you get off the field and the offense feels like they have a shot to rally and do good things. So it starts with the starting pitcher, and I think clearly Baumeister and Whitaker were very good, and Montgomery was not, but there was enough there to overcome it, and the guys came in and picked him up. So it was good. Yeah, the record, I know that's not fun to look at, but that has no impact on what you have to do when you go on the field. And you have to keep playing, and they have to keep improving, and there were 4 things that happened in the game today that were not acceptable in terms of things we were trying to do and work on that we didn't actually execute, but we still have to deal with that too. So even in a good moment, there were some tough things that happened that just weren't quite good enough. But all in all, just fine. And you take that weekend, obviously, every chance you get.
And Coach, through the ups and the downs, these guys are continuing to fight and continuing to work, and that's what you want to see as they want to be able to grind and get the wins, but to continue to kind of work on their game. That's really the most important thing.
It is. This is about Florida State and finding ways to win, and then right underneath that is their individual growth and development as players. And a lot of these guys will be professional players, and you owe it to yourself. Like every day you go out there, and we talked about it before the game, you owe it to yourself to go out there and work on your craft. There's things every infielder needs to work on. There's things every guy that's playing the outfield needs to read balls off the bat. Clearly in batting practice, there's things everybody's trying to work through, and the pitchers get their time to tidy up and hone their craft. So they owe it to themselves. They owe it to the program, but they also owe it to themselves individually to try to maximize their chances here every time you walk on the field. And if you're doing that, then the clawing and fighting is a byproduct of how you approach your individual work every single day.
I mean, Army's had some outings where it's one batter against a lefty, and then there's outings like today. Just the versatility to do all kinds of different things for you guys out of the pen. Just how crucial is that?
Well, it's huge. And, we talked in here last night about the starting pitching and how you use the bullpen in a perfect world. Like you draw it up, your starter gives you 6-7 innings, and then you turn it over and there's a couple guys and you got a righty to face this group and a lefty to face that group, and you shake hands and everything was on point. You couldn't be more opposite of that today. So somebody that's not starting the game has to eat some innings, and if you have enough guys, you could spread it out, but right now we don't. So somebody had to absorb what in essence was somewhat of a starting role in terms of workload to get us into that ball game. If not, you're going to find yourselves like fighting an uphill battle like for the entirety of that game because it was the second inning that we had to make the maneuver. So you're really not into the game at all. So that was huge. And yeah, he's grown into showing the ability to do that. And it's nice when you also have him in short bursts to really hammer some lefties, or his splits are pretty good against the righties too. And as his changeup continues to grow like it was today with good arm speed, like he can get anybody.
Just how big was that 2-out, 2-strike single by Titan there in the first to really get it going?
Titan had great at bats, and we needed it. Like, just the momentum of it, like it didn't feel great early in that ball game. So he had some really, really good at bats, and his was one of many in that inning. But that punched it open a little bit, and you could see there's some sneaky juice in that bat. Like, he hits the ball hard to all fields, really does. The one out to left field, he shot a ball to right, and then that one I think through the middle. Like, he's a good hitter, and he's learning the base running, the defense. That's going to continue to come. And, but yeah, that was a big moment.
With Carson, he's had some good outings for you all. He's had some of late that just haven't been, good starts. You just want to keep running him out there to see if he can fight through it, or what's kind of the next step for him?
Well, we thought that was the right thing. It gives him a clean start. Like, we bring him into a situation that's not clean with traffic. We didn't want to put that on him unless we needed to. I just feel like one of these days, like, it's going to walk out there and it's going to click, and we haven't seen it. And to go out and it hurts to go out and have to take him out of the game, and everybody on that mound hurts for him because it's in there, and him pulling it out of himself is something that he's still working through. But one of these days it's going to click. It's going to click for him. He's got 4 pitches that all are, when they're right, above average. His fastball, his cutter, his slider, and his changeup. And it just hurt. You hurt for the guy to see him go out there and not be able to grasp it. He works at it. He's engaged with what he's doing. It's tough. We just thought starting was the easiest way for him to do his preparation, get into the game, and start clean and go. Army kind of saved us, picked us up there when he didn't have it.
A little off topic, but overall, the pace of play this year just seems to be completely different. Kind of, I guess, just from your side of things, managing in the dugout, has it felt that way to you overall throughout the season?
A little bit, and it's the first time we did not use the wristband pitch calling. We had sequences that we used, and it worked just fine for us. But when you're coming into a new situation, again, we felt like, all right, we have so many things we need to work on. Let's go to the wristband. We still have our sign sequences that we could use if you need to. Those things may malfunction, and we clearly can give signs in a number of ways. But I think that probably speeds it up. And to be honest, at times, we almost, from time to time, slow the pitchers down a little bit, because when Chuck knows what he wants to program in, like, it almost makes them feel like they need to go with it. So at times he'll kind of let them settle a little bit, catch their breath, and then program it in. So I think that's a huge part of it. And there's been an emphasis on the batter's box stuff and staying in the box and looking at the pitcher when the pitcher's ready to go. And we don't have the visible clock. That'll be something that comes next year. But I think it's good. I did worry initially about, does it take away from the ability for the guys to think through situations and manage the game? But there haven't been many instances where that has been a problem. We've had a couple, like, in the box, are you looking at the pitcher, things where they called strikes, but that was early, and hopefully we don't deal with that anymore. But I like it. I think it's good in college. I think the big league games have been quicker, and I think it's more fan friendly when the game is played in under a 3-hour